We hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather that we're experiencing across Illinois. Earlier today, I received a phone call from a doctor asking about FMLA, or the Family Medical Leave Act, and if chiropractic physicians could certify leave. The short answer is yes. Under certain circumstances, chiropractic physicians are considered to be healthcare providers under FMLA law. But here is where everything begins to change, and one of the reasons why I really don't like getting this question, because it gets a bit complicated. The way that the actual act defines healthcare provider for chiropractic physicians is it indicates that that includes chiropractors, but it's limited to manual manipulation of the spine to correct subluxation as demonstrated by X-ray to exist. In other words, you have to take an X-ray prior to any treatment. You have to certify that a subluxation existed on that X-ray, and the treatment has to be for spinal care. So in other words, you're not able to certify leave for an extremity injury or another condition that is not directly related to the spine and a subluxation. Now, if you're wondering why this is, and this is really just an antiquated definition of chiropractic that we suffer through in the federal realm, similar to some of the hassles and struggles that we have with Medicare and why Medicare only covers spinal manipulation and specifically for diagnosis of subluxation for spinal manipulation. But in this case, when it comes down to FMLA, it's also federal law, Family Medical Leave Act, and in this case, you also must demonstrate one step further than Medicare law, but you must demonstrate that subluxation exists on an X-ray. So when you actually receive a form from a patient to certify for leave, you want to make sure that you do indicate that the X-ray was taken prior to treatment, that you are certifying the leave based on a subluxation, based on the treatment that you're rendering to the spine, that's based on the subluxation that's demonstrated on the X-ray. You have to include all of that. So you have to indicate the subluxation was found on the X-ray, it is for the spine, and the leave is for treatment for spinal manipulation related to the spine. So that is really the lengthy answer for FMLA and some of the challenges that we face in that regard. But if you know the law in advance, if it is medically necessary to X-ray the patient prior to treatment, and you know it's going to be an FMLA case, make sure that you document clearly that you found the subluxation, if you do, and then at that case you will be able to certify the FMLA documents for the patient. Hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you next.